Police Commissioner says people should make use of the reinstated family violence unit and call for flexible retirement age for health professionals. Good evening to you. The National Police Commissioner General Bekele has appealed to all South Africans to make use of the reinstated family violence, child protection and sexual offences unit. He was speaking at the national launch in Port Elizabeth. The unit was closed in 2006 when police departments were centralised. The Commissioner says after women and child abuse figures showed an increase, the unit was reinstated.
All crimes in South Africa, or most of them, are going down, but there is a resistance of reduction when it comes to the abuse of women and children. So we needed to focus. It is on that score that we had to establish this FCS so that people get skilled, get focused, and they work on the scourge of the abuse of children and women.
Health Minister Aaron Motsoaledi is calling for the law on the retirement age for highly trained health professionals to be flexible to allow those who are still fit and willing to continue working. He says it doesn't make sense to force health professionals to retire, considering the huge shortage of skilled workers in the country. The Minister was speaking at the launch of the Human Resource Plan in preparation for the planned National Health Insurance at Wits University in Johannesburg.
How do we as a continent have such a huge shortage but allow our professionals to retire so early? Because many of them can still do the job. So if it means going to Parliament to change the Act, if there's any Act, so be it, we shall do so. Because training a specialist takes many years and a lot of resources. Some of them told me that, yes, Minister, I'm still very strong, but the law says I must go out. Where is the law thinking I'll go and take somebody to replace you?
The Northwest MEC for Local Government and Traditional Affairs, Paul Sabejo, has warned that corruption and maladministration remains a challenge at some municipalities in the province. 23 Northwest municipalities are under investigation for, amongst other things, corruption and maladministration. The MEC was addressing the media.
Despite our efforts as a department that has a legislative mandate to support and monitor the performance of municipalities, it looks like all these efforts are being sometimes disregarded, but we cannot allow this situation to continue. It is high time that all these flawed practices be put to a halt, and we are going to be hard on municipalities, even if it means getting rid of the road, if we want to achieve our objective on the Operation Clean Audit.
British and American naval forces have taken control of an Italian cargo ship hijacked by Somali pirates in the Indian Ocean yesterday. All 23 crew members have been freed. The BBC's Mike Woolridge.
The cargo ship, with a crew of 7 Italians, 10 Ukrainians and 6 Indian nationals, was seized as piracy in the waters off Somalia was expected to see a new upsurge with the ending of the monsoon. Latest reports say 11 pirates were involved. The Ministry of Defence in London says the Fort Victoria and a US frigate went to the aid of the hijacked cargo ship. As the British and American vessels approached, the pirates surrendered, and a Royal Navy party then carried out what's known as a compliant boarding.
International cricket's once again been rocked by match-fixing allegations, and Australian cricketers have been accused of being the biggest culprits. The claims were made by sports agent Masar Majid in an interview with a former News of the World investigations editor. He claims that Australians were the biggest spot or bracket-fixing culprits and benefited hugely from it. Australian all-rounder Shane Watson, who's in Cape Town for Thursday's T20 International against the Proteas, says the claims will create doubt in people's minds.
With these allegations flying around, yes, people not just within cricket but outside cricket start to question exactly certain things that happen in games, which in sport, crazy events can sometimes do happen in any sport.
Cricket Australia's chief executive James Sutherland has described the claims as baseless and outlandish. He said he was confident that if the ICC had any inkling of fixing by Australian players, he would have been aware of it. The top story at 8 o'clock, the National Police Commission has appealed to all South Africans to make use of the reinstated Family Violence, Child Protection and Sexual Offences Unit.